I've been studying animation for 2 years now at a state university in the Philippines. For reasons I won't be name dropping the university because baka mapagalitan ako. I've always dreamt of going to college for a program that's art related, and I'm so glad that a local university offers such a course. And on top of that, it's only a 30-minute ride there. It was as if the cards were all aligned for me. I get to study at one of the top universities in our region, I don't have to move out, and tipid kami sakin because my older sister is out of town to study pharmacy, and my younger sister is studying in a different province too. So basically, nakatipid sila, my parents. Sa akin kasi sobrang mura ng bilihin sa campus ko, uwian ako, and wala pang tuition. Anyway, in our first 2 years, we were taught the basics of drawing, its fundamentals and elements, which were actually great. I have significantly improved in my art. Here's some examples. We were taught how to create our own scripts and storyboard it after, which I was so excited because I was able to create my own OCs and world build for them. We also had a photography class. We also made 12 traditionally hand-drawn flip books for all of the 12 principles of animation. Aside from anything art-related, we were also tasked to create products, design a website/app, packaging, and also make a commercial. And my favorite of all is the music video we made for our fundamentals in film subject, because we visited our university's main campus to shoot all of it from morning until evening. It's also worth noting that our course is tied to information technology. So on top of all of that, we had to learn how to code as well. My favorite was when we had to make our own application. 3D modeling was enjoyable as heck. But as our deadlines got tighter and also activities got a bit more difficult, I found it harder to be able to balance it with other uni tasks and finals. These are some of the outputs that I made. It was all such a struggle, especially how different 3D is from just 2D art. The controls were difficult to learn at first, but as we progressed and had more time to get used to it, it got a tad bit easier. I also gotta say that it's so much harder to find tutorials for Autodesk Maya than for Blender. And I wish we had learned more about the latter. But Maya is industry standard, so... 2D animation on the other hand, let's just say bitin but fun nonetheless. We only had 2 major projects for this subject, our midterm and our final group projects. Shoutouts to friends ko for being amazing group mates. For our midterms, we were tasked to create a 1.5-minute short film, but honestly, we were just given the freedom to do and use whatever. We chose to use a paper doll and just prop her up on some sticks and clay. For our final, since this was almost at the end of the semester, we had only a few days to finish it because we also had to balance other final projects. It took us about almost a week to finish it. We divided each task for each member. Concept was by Bonnie and Dee. All 5 of us made character designs. Me, Bonnie, Dee, and Kira storyboarded. Cleanup was headed by Dee and Bonnie. The rendered stuff/illustrations were by Gwen. All of us animated. And then me and Kira made the final edit. It really was not a one-man job kind of project. And I still would have liked if we had more members to make it more easier for us. Especially we pulled a lot of all-nighters for this and for other projects as well. I hope in some way I inspired anyone out there who's an artist looking to study animation. Or if you're not an artist, it's actually so fun, especially if you're able to find your people who'll make the journey easier. Also, don't be pressured into thinking that you have to be an expert at drawing stuff. I mean, yeah, it'll be easier for you if you already know the fundamentals and stuff, you know. But you'll learn more along the way when you start your animation journey. I would also like to point out that what I have discussed here are some of my personal experiences. Your animation course might be different, especially if you're studying in a more high-end university. Of course, it won't be as prestigious as it is there, but we get by. It's been fun, and I look forward to the next 2 years with the same people I have started this journey with.